This week on Elite Fishing Series TV, the first of two opens takes place when the tour makes the move across I-10 to Duval County. It's time for the Jacksonville Open Championship presented by Visit Jacksonville. Stop number 3 in the Frog Toggs Elite Solo Tour season.
Yes, sir. What a fish.
You got 3, baby. That's what I'm talking about, huh?
$10,000 boat flip. Boom.
Hi folks, I'm Pat Malone, host and tournament director of the Elite Fishing Series. My travels have taken me to a lot of great coastal communities, each one special in their own way. And this week's stop in Jacksonville, Florida is no exception. Jacksonville straddles the St. Johns River in the First Coast region of Northeast Florida, just 12 miles from the Georgia state line and home to the NFL franchise, the Jacksonville Jaguars. With an eye on culture, entertainment, and outdoor family activities, it's easy to see why Jacksonville is one of the country's top vacation destinations. With so much to see and do, it's no surprise this full-field event drew anglers from Texas, Louisiana, and Georgia. But as an open, it's filled with Florida favorites too. Jacksonville's big tides, fishing on a full moon, and the state's one fish limit will make for a challenging,
I think we're gonna put him in the well, take our chances, boys.
frustrating,
No.
and exciting event.
Get you some of that.
So that's
It's probably been 10 years since I've been here, and it's just one of those places we don't come to every single year. So for me, I just don't have the time on the water here. And you can ask any of these great anglers. You can be a great fisherman, but if you don't have time on the water in that area, you could be left behind.
I'm a competitor, so if I'm fishing, I think I'm going to win. That's my goal. Whether it happens or not, we'll see. That's my goal.
I'd never fished here before. I knew it was a lot different fishery with the tides and the water movement that they have here.
Jacksonville can be cruel. You can be on them one day and the next day you're not even catching fish.
Jacksonville, Florida is a great place to come. It's fun, it's beautiful, the water's great, a lot of great restaurants. I mean, we've had a great time here this week, and you know, if he said we were coming back here 2 weeks, I'd be here.
As the tour and its anglers hit the road for the long trip across the country, one thing is certain. There's still $10,000 on the line for the winner, plus $7,000 for the single biggest fish of the week, 127 points towards Angler of the Year, and that could land one of the elite touring pros a $50,000 bonus at the end of the season. So there's a lot on the line, a lot to fish for, and the main reason that the Frog Toggs Elite Solo Tour pros have made the long journey to the Jacksonville Open Championship, presented by Visit Jacksonville and the Beaches. The full field of anglers began arriving early on day 1 to Jim King Park. They launched their boats, parked their trailers, and then waited dockside for what must have seemed like hours for the official launch of day 1's competition, signifying the official start to the Jacksonville Open Championship. As boat numbers were called, the field pushed away from the dock and raced to their first spots of the day, with a beautiful sunrise and the perfect start to an epic event. Day 1 is called the lightning round for a reason. It's built more to survive than thrive. And after a full day of fishing, the pros hit the stage to see which one described their day on the water the best. Gary Marino led off with a 514, followed by Frank Risk with a 580, and Jeremy Reeves 655. For some Elite Series pros, this was their first time fishing in this area, and it was all about the tides and the wind, and learning how to navigate the effect they both have on the fish.
I didn't really execute. I didn't make my moves as timely. That's probably the biggest advantage that some of these guys have, other than local knowledge. the way the wind direction affects the tide and how fast it fell out a lot faster on me today than I expected. So I made some of my moves a little bit behind. I don't think I'll make that mistake tomorrow, so they better catch them again.
As another beautiful morning breaks over Jacksonville, the anglers arrive back at Jim King Park to launch and head out for another full day on the water. Those that caught them yesterday hope for more of the same. Those that struggled are looking for the change that will move them up the leaderboard into the top 5 and a chance to fish on Championship Saturday.
All right, day 2's underway. About to take off here in just a couple minutes. I've got a lot of fish to try to catch, and hopefully I can make up a little room and make day 3.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from Jacksonville after these brief messages.
Get more of what you want out of a Florida vacation and less of what you don't. Jacksonville. It's easier here.
Welcome back to the Elite Fishing Series and day 2 at the Jacksonville Open Championship. As the anglers head out early on day 2, the pros from out of town must remember that the state of Florida only allows 1 fish per person to be kept. After catching a second fish, anglers must immediately cull or release one of the 2 fish they have. With a nice fish in the live well, Victoria, Texas pro Mark Robinson catches a second fish, and early on is forced to make a decision.
We got a 5-pounder in there. I think we're gonna put him in the well, take our chances, boys. It's a good one.
After a full day of fishing, Georgia pro Tony Gaskin leads the field back to the dock and the final weigh-in of qualifying. Anglers brought several good fish to the stage in a final attempt at making the cut to fish on Championship Saturday and take home the top check of $10,000 and title of Elite Solo Tour Champion.
Tony Viator, 6'10", got a little bit better. Travis Land. Gary Marino, 707, took the lead by 1/100. There you go. East Texas Safe Floor Pro, Jeremy Reeves, 552. Coming to you from Strike King Lures, Mr. Mike Frenette, Mariro, Louisiana's own. What's up, Big Mike?
437.
Coming off a 425 yesterday, Michael Frenette, fishing for the Redfish Lodge of Louisiana. He's got one, and of course it's alive, and it's a 670, son. You wouldn't have taken 2 of those this weekend, would you?
Oh, yeah, baby.
511, 606, 692. Look at you, son. 659, 683, 683. That's K&G Construction again. 632 on top of that. So here's the deal. In the state of Florida, it's got to be at least 18 inches long, and it can't go over 27.
What to do? I got a 5-pounder in there. I think we're going to put him in the well, take our chances, boys.
Having thrown back a 5-pounder, Mark came to the Check It Stick measuring station to see if his gamble would pay off.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, Tony? Thumbs down.
If a picture really is worth 1,000 words, this shot says it all.
I figured I was going to take a chance, but I was thinking I'd catch a 6-pounder later and throw him out, keep the 6-pounders. That way I keep my Angler of the Year points going. But, yeah, I blew that. Bad call.
718, 659.
Richard Hewlett's 2-fish total of 1377 narrowly leads the field of 5 for day 3. But the weight's 0 in this ultimate one-day shootout for all the marbles. The top 5 gathered for a brief meeting early on day 3. Joined by their cameramen, they loaded up and headed out for the 20-minute drive back to Jim King Park, the official launch and weigh-in location for this event.
And we're going to end the day where we started the day. As that water starts to fall out, these fish will come out of these creeks onto this flat, and generally on the outgoing tide they're more apt to eat than on the incoming tide. So hopefully we get them.
It's tide dependent. We've got a lot of tide here in Jacksonville, so just trying to sort out where I want to be at certain times, and so gonna execute that.
No, technique wise, I'm just going to be doing what I do, which is, a lot of rapid fire cast. Won't be sight fishing, which a lot of these guys will because they're counting on the sun. But I'm basically going to be saltwater and bass fishing. Spinner baits and chatterbaits. That's what I do.
Stay tuned. When we come back, we hit the water with the top 5 after 2 days of qualifying for Championship Saturday on the Elite Fishing Series. Tidewater Boats, the official boat of the Elite Fishing Series.
Reliability. Yamaha is known for it. And it's something boaters value, because these days, few things are built to last. When we find something that is, we hold on to friendships, traditions, outboards. Because every second on the water is sacred. If you count on having this time, you need an outboard you can count on to power it. That's why boaters choose Yamaha for the long run, for life, because reliability starts here.
No!
Welcome back to the Elite Fishing Series and Day 3, Championship Saturday at the Jacksonville Open. Elite Fishing Series Television is brought to you by Tidewater Boats, the official boat of the Elite Fishing Series. Yamaha Outboards, the official outboard motor of the Elite Fishing Series. Frogg Toggs, total outdoor performance gear. McLean Trailers, built for the long haul. Waterloo Rods, might as well fish the best. Check and Stick Measuring Systems. Brecknell Scales. Speedy Stop, Fuel and More. The Silver Slipper Casino and Hotel, and our community partners. The top 5 are in the water and about to launch for the final day of competition. Once again, under beautiful conditions. One thing local anglers know, and series pros like Gary Marino have learned this week, with the East Coast large tide swings, there won't be time to hit 3 or 4 spots. Where you start your day is where you will more than likely finish your day, or at least someplace close to it. Day 3 is officially underway. It's time to get started.
All right, we just got to our first area. Your spots are not reserved. Fish are not reserved.
Marino gets to his first spot and someone's already there. While Jacksonville pro Eddie Marsh has the area all to himself. The rest of the field have made it to their spots and are getting set up for what they hope will be an awesome day of fishing. But early on, it looks different.
That southwest wind and west wind has been blowing it out just a little bit.
The tides have fallen at the prime time to fish. And the pros realized things today will be tougher than they had hoped. Another Jacksonville pro, Steve Ivy, works his way back to his spot, puts his trolling motor in the water, and within 1 or 2 casts, he's already hooked up. And it's a good fish.
There he is. Oh. That's a good one. That's the one we want, Ryan.
Steve alerts his cameraman. He knows this is going to be a video fish. It's a good one, and he's taking no chances.
Come on, baby. Yes. Ooh. How's he look? He looks good. Good old North Florida redfish right there, fellas. We're gonna video and weigh this one. Okay. Seven, 4, 8.
The weight of the fish is uploaded to the tour for posting, and now Steve can focus on getting a slot fish, 18 to 27 inches long, to bring to the stage. After a mini celebration.
There she goes. Yes.
Blazer Bay pro Bill Pittman is making a change, but in lures, not location.
Saturdays is a beast in here.
We're headed back to the truck because my goofy self lost my hat. And now I have no visor to keep the sun out of my eyes.
Marino retrieves a new hat and heads back out to see if he can salvage any part of day 3. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from Jacksonville, Florida after these messages.
Get more of what you want out of a Florida vacation and less of what you don't. Jacksonville. It's easier here.
Welcome back to the Frog Toggs Elite Solo Tour and the Jacksonville Open Championship.
It's been a true grind today with all of the obstacles I've had to endure.
Marino grinds out another top 5 finish. Closed captioning provided by McLean Trailers, the official trailer of the Elite Fishing Series.
Look at that. Dog.
Eddie Marsh is working a beautiful grass flat.
Woo, what a pig.
And has hooked a good one. His only slot fish of the day is a 2.5 pounder. If this one goes over 27 inches, no big deal. Eddie hasn't submitted his video catch yet, and this would be the perfect fish for that.
Oh, he might fit.
He's hoping this is that fish. An 8 pounder would be nice, but it's not meant to be.
No!
This fish is not going anywhere.
Thank you for being a great competitor. We sure appreciate y'all. Put your hands together for him one more time. Eddie Marsh in 4th place.
We did the best we could, and I'd do it again tomorrow.
Some anglers are looking to improve on the fish they have in the live well. Others are just glad to catch a fish and get on the board.
Finally.
Richard Hewlett finally lands a good fish to bring to the stage, and this 4.22 gives him a 3rd place finish.
I'm proud of what I did today, so hopefully next time I'll make a better decision, and we'll go from there.
Bill Pittman is still looking for one good fish to get on the board. Last time we saw him, he was making a lure change.
Fish.
And it looks like it worked. This is a great fish. Bill's done a terrific job not rushing it. If this fish measures under 27 inches or weighs less than 8 pounds, this fish is going to make a difference. This looks like the big one that Bill's going to need.
Might be that big one we need.
If it's not too big.
All right, so he's over 27, so we're going to do the scale on this one. All right, see him right there? It's a good fish regardless. See it?
As he weighs, records, and releases what would become the biggest fish of the tournament, that he's just watched $7,000 swim off from the side of his boat. That would have been his if he had just chose to enter the Check It Stick Big Red Challenge.
There he goes. Get you some of that. What a fight, man. You see, he ate my lunch. It's hard to do that with a hand in a net, the fish going, the fish ain't dumb. He was like swimming under the boat.
Coming up next, we're going to bring you Mr. Bill Pittman. Bill failed to catch a slot fish, but still finished in second.
Top competitors here. Steve's a great angler. You know, any one of us could have won it today. It feels good.
There we go. That's how you do it.
Late in the day on Championship Saturday, Steve Ivy secures the win by having the only 2 fish limit of day 3 when he lands this 5.5 pounder.
5.5 pounds.
Before heading in.
Oh, he's got a good one, folks, for today. A 5.27. 5.27. Y'all put your hands together for him.
Congratulations on the big win, Steve, and taking home $17,000 and the title of Elite Solo Tour Champion. And thank you to all of the anglers that traveled to compete this week. This is your host, Pat Malone, saying thank you for watching the pros of the Elite Fishing Series. And tune in next week when heavy rain and flooding force changes at the Slidell Shootout when we visit the North Shore.
McLean Trailers, the official trailer of the Elite Redfish Series.
The catch of a lifetime or tournament competition. When it matters most, you can trust the Brecknell Electro Samson scale.
6.4 pounds. 9.35.
7.95.
10.3. 4.75.
7.00.
Man, what a way to finish the day. 10-pounder.
A 10-pounder, guys. On the money.
The official scale of the Elite Fishing League. Waterloo rods. Might as well fish the best.